There you go. I heard a ding.
I heard a ding. I
Yeah.
actually cued myself properly this week because every week I push the record button here on Chatmosa and I do not wait for the ding. So thank you, Chatmosa team, for holding me back for the ding.
Right. At least you recorded.
I know. I know. At least I recorded. Yeah. So this is another episode of Chatmosa Growth. We do it every week. I'm David, head of product here at Chatmosa, and every week we get the team together. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I think it's good because I actually got this darn flu, and so I'm hoping people can talk and not me during this session, right, Camille?
At least something went viral. This is Camille.
Oh, bam! Yeah, it's whoa!
Boom,
boom.
All right, can
no
you drop
puns here.
Drop that mic. That's a good one.
Good job, Camille. And this is Derek, head of growth.
Hey, Derek. Yes, and Camille, say hi.
Hello.
Yes, Camille is the one who's steering the whole Chatmosa vision and the front end. Our CEO, Camille, thanks for that. And Sandra, our CTO, say hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
hi.
Sandra's the tech brains behind the Chatmosa platform. How's that feel, Sandra, to be the tech brains?
Oh, gosh, no comment.
I know.
I think she's the one steering what project.
Yes.
We release.
Yes, and Derek, we we call Auntie Derek, head of growth. You bring our community energy together and helping us grow our creators here on Chatmosa. So thanks everyone for joining us today on this session.
Yeah, I wanted to show, and you could cut this later. I wanted to show you today. I was at the Auntie's podcast session today, and I said, let me do a video and generate. I said, a young man from Durham, North Carolina, with a Durham, North Carolina accent.
Oh,
Auntie's accent is way better. This is what it gave me.
Just found Chatmosa, and it'll become my go-to for recording and hosting my podcast. It's the future of chat. And
yep. But that's not Auntie's accent. I said, give it like a strong Durham accent.
Yeah, he would be from maybe if he were from Durham, he would have went to the School of Math and Science. That's what he sounds like.
Oh,
boom!
Wow, there we go. We're going regional.
Anyway, that was kind of the fun thing. I was like, no.
Yeah. So Camille, you're actually using AI to kind of generate some of these videos, which is an interesting exercise. What are you finding out?
I say, Google's videos are way better than the others I've tried. And speaking of AI, we are about to release Sandra's project. What is that project, Sandra?
Okay, which one?
Which one? That's hilarious.
Which is the one that you're kind of like trying to push me to do, and we're actually
styling the clipping.
Yeah,
media clipper.
We're actually giving our creators an easy way to produce clipped videos of their recordings, even if it's an audio recording. And the funny part was, we're kind of Sandra did, we did this like transcription and captioning, and Sandra is using Auntie's one of Auntie's shows, and this came up during Auntie's show today. Some of the pronunciations are being spelled incorrectly.
Oh.
But you could edit the caption, which is kind of the cool thing.
That is that's I just have to give an applause for the clipping. But that is amazing. And do you realize, for the creators that do this, that is going to save them so much time, because clipping takes a large amount of time to do, like hours. And now you're saying I can do it right here on the Chatmosa browser. Like I'm excited.
Yeah, it's right on your power tools, and I'm gonna give the mic to Sandra to talk about it more. Take it away, Sandra. What are the features on the clipping, the Chatmosa video clipping?
I compared other applications that do clipping. Ours is a different approach. We're using it's transcript based. So if you we generate the transcript alongside the playback, and so if there are any interesting areas in the transcript, you can search by keyword, jump to that area, select the text that you want. So if you're talking about Golden Globes, talking about P Diddy or whatever event that kind of move the entire room, you can turn it into a clip in minutes.
Yeah, there's like a search field, and you'll just
Mhm.
say, you know, Golden Globes, and it'll take you to all the places that Golden Globes was mentioned. And you just select the words, and it
Mhm.
actually grabs the clip.
And
Wow.
then all you hit is create, and we're still toying with how many clips we can generate in a given session, but you can do it in a matter of minutes.
I think that's what we'd probably want to hear back. Write us at the our contact us page. That's chatmosa.com/contact. Let us know how many clips you think you would need. I think onto your shows are like 2 hours. That's kind of
Mhm.
like a month long of clips.
It is indeed, yes. But even for average, because I do like to try and keep clips on my social media platforms just to try to generate attention for the show.
Yeah.
And for an average, I would try to, as a creator, an average for me is about 2 to 3 clips per day, possibly from a show. Even though I'll go back and clip more, as
Mhm.
time goes on. But yeah, so if did you hear that I said it takes hours for me to currently, and Sandra's telling me I can now do it in minutes. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm speechless right now.
Right?
Wow.
Just making it easy. So we were hoping to release that this week, but I kind of slipped in a project,
Uh-oh.
and that is our chat reactions.
Woohoo.
Yay!
Where's the
Another applause.
applause meter? Do you have anything to show us, Camille?
Our chat has been kind of one of the abandoned pieces that
Mm,
we built kind of in the very beginning, right?
yeah.
Let me see if
Yeah, I
I don't know
don't
if I
think
could.
people understand the difference between, on the you're not seeing it if you're listening to the recording, but there's on the right side, there's a live chat, and then we have what's called our back chats, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I think these chats, really keep the community going. At least from my experience with, I think the AOL days,
Oh boy.
and the web, .com one, um, and I think all the way to Twitter Spaces. It's the whispering in the back. Even if you're in a Zoom call when you're starting to chat, behind the scenes. And right now, a lot of people will ask me, get on my WhatsApp. And I actually, personally, I do not like to get on WhatsApp because WhatsApp requires you to use your phone number. And I just don't need everyone having access to my bat line, you know.
Hmm.
And so with Chatmosa, again, you're chatting with people from whether it's Google, TikTok, X, Facebook, and we're able to have a group chat, whether it's a one-on-one chat or a group chat. But we've really just abandoned it. It's like, the stepchild. And so I spent some time this week to, to have, reactions. We actually record that stuff that we could produce some stats to the host, and to be able to have chats. And I think we have a silent listener here, Beezus, who's always trying to get us to move to Discord or whatnot. um but maybe we could just move here, at least it's more private.
Yeah, that's great, especially chat because it's so powerful. And like I was saying, there's the two types here at Chatmosa, right? There's the live session chat, which is for on a per session basis, and then the back chats where you can do one-on-one chatting, which is super powerful.
Yeah, we'll enhance it. I'm committed to, our purpose of being the 360-degree chat service.
Hmm.
We have this full page back chat. Now, I can't
Yeah.
really show my back chat because I'm chatting with so many people. I don't want to
Yeah, you
reveal
got a
that.
gazillion going on there. Yeah, but
But
that's a great feature, Camille.
yeah, I think we'll put in only on that page where people can
Yeah.
can embed links, and we could show, some meta OG image.
Yep.
I know typical chat people want to be able to upload photos. Again, we're kind of keeping this, like your plain simple chat, um, versus our live sessions, which is a little bit more, interactive because it's audio, video, and you could share, stuff on the jumbotron. But
Hmm.
this one, we hope to, really make it competitive to all the other chats that people are used to, but maybe minus the ding, the Slack ding.
There you go.
Let us know. Let us know if you want
Mhm.
that ding.
Yeah, I think chat's really important. And I also wanted to kind of circle back on the clips because, the whole ecosphere is really the key is to be able to, record sessions, have a live session, record it. Um, and then in the long run, after you record it, then you can just basically push the button and publish it to all of the different platforms, the podcasting platforms out there. So that's like the long version of it, right, Camille? And first off, actually, I have to apologize to the team for generating our first New Year's Chatmosa Growth image. Apologies to everybody on that AI generated image.
We're like, who's that?
Who is that? That's like the team didn't quite go as planned.
Oh, I don't know. The person who's supposed to be me looks good, so I'm okay with it.
Oh, you're good.
I have a question. What was your prompt?
You're missing the overweight Filipina.
I did not say that. I did not
What
say
is your
You're
prompt?
missing that.
we got some twins
I've
going
got to
on here.
represent.
I honestly cannot blame AI for this. I blame the
Uh,
prompt.
Okay, we're blaming the prompt. I'm not giving up my prompt secrets, unlike on LinkedIn where I could charge you $20. But the twins was not
It's
in the
so
prompt.
funny.
That didn't work out properly here.
That's
But
so funny.
just kind of going back to the power tools, right? So here's all the different type of things that you can generate. But back to the recording thing, like you said, Camille, after you record your session and you publish it here, the video will show up. You can actually download it if you want to and re-edit it. But there's two concepts, right? So I could go in here and edit our last couple weeks ago show session episode here and save it, and then I republish it, and it'll republish to all the different publishing platforms. But now you're saying we have this new concept that will be called the clipper,
Yeah,
correct?
the video clipper. It's
Which is different.
a little bit of, similar, different screen. I kind of made it different color just to,
Yeah. Okay.
differentiate it. This is part of, when you record an episode, we want to help you promote it.
Mm-hmm.
And the clipper is where the promotion comes into play. When you kind of doom scroll on your favorite social media, a lot
Yeah.
of them are clips. In fact, I just made a post that on my X, I noticed that most of the videos I'm watching are from TikTok. It's not wild.
Wow.
Or giving you some, clips to allow, people to discover your podcast, your profile on Chatmosa, and people to discover on how to subscribe to you, to build your mailing list, and for you to also receive tips. You know, That's
Mhm.
kind of like a big deal. Do you know that whether you're a podcaster or not, you could set it up where you could actually receive tips on Chatmosa. You just need to link your Chatmosa profile to Stripe. And I'm
Yes, indeed.
stressing this. I'm
Yeah.
stressing this to our users because that's key. We're leaning on Stripe to verify you that you're a legit person. But if you're not a paid subscriber, you could still receive tips. I think Auntie with Auntie, your podcast, have you received tips?
I have indeed, yes, and I believe my co-hosts have received tips as well.
Oh, really?
Now we're talking, making money,
Nice,
huh?
Yes.
nice. Right? Because I think what TikTok is like $1, and here you could really, who, and if you're, not calling out, who's that actor, Mickey Rourke,
Oh,
you could receive $5,000 tip. Paid
he's
for
trying
your,
to give it back, Mickey,
yeah,
isn't he, at this point, right?
yeah. There you go.
He is
Um,
indeed.
Right.
How
So,
did you know
Auntie,
that, David? Did you listen to my show?
absolutely, that's the only way I get my tea. I'm on Auntie. I'm on your page at auntiederek.com, and tip. You see the tip, right, and the option, and then like Camille said, there's also a subscription option for anybody.
Oh, I highly encourage if you're listening to this,
Mhm.
go to auntiederek.com and subscribe to his mailing list because you become one of his messy bestie.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, is that is that trademark, Auntie?
Not yet, but I should,
I
right?
like it. That's a good.
But
Yeah, you
yes, and I like to send, updates to my messy besties. Sometimes I've been told that they feel like a nice hug in their email.
yeah.
I like that.
And it allows creators like Auntie to own your community, your audience. When people go on Twitch or
Mhm.
Spaces or Clubhouse, you kind of like after the live session, it's like then what? We want you to be able to um, grow your community, have a community that you can message, and perhaps in the future, if you could grow your community big enough, you could actually gain the ability to have sponsors on that email and make money out of it.
Yeah, and that's a key kind of, in this day and age where lots of features, but the key is, can you generate money as a creator? And that's probably the key. Kind of back to your clipping
Oh yeah,
thread, Camille. After a recorded session has been published, you'll see that the Facebook, we have the summaries for all the different platforms geared towards the different platforms, right? So with the new clipper, you could actually, pair this text with the video, right?
that's true. That's true. There'll be another section, another tab that shows up there called Video Clipper,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where you could produce different clips. I think the clips right now are Sandra. What's the max? 20 seconds.
The clip length, you mean?
The length.
90 seconds?
Oh, 90
Ooh,
seconds.
now we're
Yeah.
talking.
We that was the ideal. I mean, it can go a little bit lower, but I think the average
Mhm.
is about a minute to 2 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And actually, this posts are actually pretty good. We look at our last kind of episode we had here, and it's actually not bad. So it's pretty amazing. Sometimes I get a little
Yeah, we'll
nervous.
we'll have the
Uh,
ability for you to
yeah,
edit your AI recap.
yeah. The key is you copy it and then you paste it into the social
Oh
media
yeah.
post,
I
and then
hope
you
you guys are
edit it.
doing this.
Please. That's
I
all
hope
I can
so.
say. I know.
I know.
Exactly.
So that's
Um,
about it. I mean, we've
that's
got
a
some
lot going on.
a lot going on, and as we release new features, unfortunately, it breaks some features. So, but that's part of what we're dealing with.
Exactly. Yeah, it's too bad Bezos doesn't talk, but
Yeah, but
the
Beezus will find those broken things.
the
Yep.
QA
100%.
QA Bezos. That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the reaction. I have a thumbs up, thumbs down, and a bunch of emoji. I think I'm just gonna move the thumbs up and thumbs down inside the emoji, and let's keep it simple.
Okay. Whatever makes it easy there.
Yeah.
It's the key. Oh, good. Anybody else have any updates that they want to share with us?
Auntie, you've been having some pretty full rooms. What's going on with your podcast?
So I think that has a lot to do with the email blast. I've been using that, letting my followers know to subscribe to me. It's completely free. However, if you are a creator who would like to have your community pay for your subscription, you can do that here as well. But I just choose to keep mine free for the moment, just to show other creators how to use this platform, this amazing platform. And now with clipping, like I don't this is just so big because now like I would have to use something like maybe Opus.pro, which
Mhm.
gives you free options for a little bit. Just like Sandra said, my shows run really long. They only let you record like or a clip under an hour, so that I can't do really use it much. But now this is just gonna oh, I'm just so excited. But to answer your question, what's been going on with my podcast? This is actually the last week for my giveaway. This has
Ooh.
been very exciting doing the hot tea cold cash giveaway. And we get to announce our last winner on Monday. So I'm excited to see who the randomizer is going to pick.
I know.
Ah,
I
great.
hope not Beezus because Beezus already won twice.
Uh,
I'm
But
kidding.
if it were Beezus, that would
If
be
it
okay.
were,
He's one of my big
exactly.
supporters, and I love that.
No control. We have no control over it. So
yeah. All right. Yes, can't wait for that. And it's been an amazing. Every week it's been amazing for almost what month and a half, 2 months for hot tea cold cash.
Yes, indeed. I can't
Yeah,
believe it.
yeah,
that's
10
awesome.
weeks. 10 weeks.
10 weeks. There you go. All
So
right.
come Monday, I invite you to attend. It's a holiday. If you could just spend an hour, at least an hour, to auntiederek.com. Um, he goes live. He goes live in the recording of his podcast. And then I think Sunday is hey, Sunday is between doctors and friends. You don't have to show up, but
Well,
um,
Well, I respectfully disagree. I would highly recommend showing up because when do you, other than your doctor visit, when will you ever have a time to have casual conversation with a doctor?
right. Yeah.
It is a
Yeah.
really fun
I
time
just
with the doctors.
I
well,
just yeah.
Camille, you have to fess up though on this last one that you did here. Here, right?
Yeah, that's
W-
actually I
w-
really like that
w-
episode because
yeah.
I forgot to hit recording
Yes.
after like 45 minutes of our podcast. And
Yep. It was probably the best one, right?
I mean personally I just find it to be the most amusing. But and considering one of the doctors was on call. So that's pretty good. And then let me share a little bit of what I do. This is it's an audio podcast.
Yep.
So I have a music intro in the beginning and at the end. So what I do is I actually share my screen. I share the player on my computer and I play the music and then kind of keep it quiet so that I could easily see it when I'm editing. And then at the end, everyone gets to see that I'm playing it at the end again.
Mm.
And after the session is we're done recording, I'll go in there because the silent kind of shows up on the waveform and I just edit it. I clean it up. So you'll never even know.
Wow. That's a pretty good process, Camille.
Yeah, it works on an audio podcast.
Right.
But I mean on the video podcast, you could also like what we did today. At the end of it, we could still clean it up.
Do you have any plans for a special feature that if the host does not record the session, they can recreate it? Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
You know what? I leave that to our CTO.
Okay. So hold it back to the button. You got all the way through a whole session, and then you realized you didn't push the button. Let's be clear.
Yeah, because we're talking, and I'm looking around at the screen.
Uh-huh.
For those listening, it's a Sunday. It's a Sunday morning,
Oh
and
my God.
I don't get up until like 30 minutes before the recording, and I noticed that it still says, start recording, and I was like, oh crap,
Uh,
I forgot to start recording.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
have
it
to say
happens.
it was absolutely hilarious. First of
Yeah.
all, the doctors were over it. They were like, girl, really?
Yeah.
Because we were having such a good conversation and they were making some really good points. However, they were able to kind of replicate what they were saying earlier when she finally did start recording. So it was all good.
I find that when you're chatting with this happens a lot in Auntie's podcast. The laughter between, it's the human side of things. The giggling between each other.
Yeah.
Um, it makes it more real. Makes it even more interesting.
I like it.
But our goal is, Auntie, right, to go to the Golden Globes. Put some color in the Golden Globes.
That's
Some
right.
underrepresented nominees.
Wow. Sounds like
Yeah.
a few tips to get Auntie to the GGs
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
next year.
Wasn't it the first
We
year
just had
for
'em.
podcasts?
this is
It
the
was
first year.
indeed. Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Love
so
it.
I think we'll that's the goal. I mean, for those of, again, anyone who's listening, or when this clipping, our video clipper has been released, and you could clip this part. You've got to start podcasting. If you want to get to the Golden Globes, you've got to start podcasting, and that's really the beginning. And there are a lot of podcasting solutions out there,
Yeah.
but Chatmosa is the only one that has all types of chatting, allows you to build a mailing list and be able to email um, your subscribers, and for you and your community to receive money.
Yeah.
I'm living proof.
There you
You
go.
are. You living proof. I love it. All right, everybody. I think that's it for the week. Is that enough?
That's enough.
That's enough. Okay,
That's
I am
enough.
looking at the button and I did start recording, Camille. So we don't need to start from the beginning. We're good.
There you go. Where's your music?
I know. Where's my music? Where's my clapping? Auntie, we need some sound down.
I got you.
Ready? Got me covered? All right. Yes, there you go.
Ah, that's an awesome way to sound out.
That is a good one. Okay, thanks everybody. We'll talk to you next week on Chatmosa Growth. Thanks again.